Hello, how's it going? I am your teacher, Joshua Hayden Scott. Today, we are going to make music with AI. This is a lesson that is designed for grades 4, 5, and 6. Students will be exploring creativity through music, and students will experience how AI supports artistic expressions. This is a step-by-step guide, and also keep in mind, students may have, how do I say, may be new to the music tools. What is AI music? AI helps create beats and melodies and sound effects. It acts like a digital music assistant. Kids can create music even without instruments. Today, we're going to be and learning a little bit more about Soundtrap. Today, we're going to go ahead and click on this link, log in using our Google or school email. It is free account, and we're going to select music programs, or I'm sorry, music project, click loops. And then we're going to drag loops on the timeline and click AI beat to generate beats. Let's go ahead and test out the website and see how friendly it is to us. All right, go ahead and log in. Sorry. So here we go. I'm all set up and I'm logged in. So now what I'm going to do is, I see right here, it's going to say new music project. I'm going to click on that. I went ahead and I already explored the app a little bit. There's some amazing sounds that we can look into. So we have browse, loops, beat patterns, play the synth, add new tracks, import files. You can even invite a neighbor or your friend. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through here, see what we could find. How about we click on browse loops? All right. So we have some loops over here on this left hand side. We can click on these and then see what we can find. Now keep in mind you will hear a lot of sounds. I'm not gonna go through all that. I was able to find this one right here. I like this one a lot. So after clicking on that, I went ahead and I clicked on drum roll. So you see this right here? This is going to be our loop. I'm just going to pull that back right here because as you can tell, there is a lot going on, but I can cut it down. So I'm just going to cut it down there and let it go that way, okay? Cool thing is about this is we have a thing called a kick. If you put it right here, and if you click down here to put it back, you have that. You hear that? What we're going to do is we're just going to fill this out. Feel free as you like. You can color it as ever you want. But for myself, I'm just going to color it like this to see how it feels and how it sounds. And you guys tell me what you think. Okay. It's interesting, right? Just gonna keep coloring and coloring. And let your mind be filled with whatever you can think and create. All right. And we got that going. You know, I wonder what this little middle thing is. So what I'm just gonna do is gonna fill that in. And I'm just filling it in as I desire. That's all it is. Whatever I like. Whatever you guys like, you can do it as you like. And the cool thing about this is there's a lot of effects that we can look into. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here to my main melody, which is this one, and I'm gonna click right here, down here. See if I can bring this up a little bit. Yeah, I can. So let's go ahead and put an effect on here. We can put anything. Is it too loud? Do you want to put echoes maybe? Let's go ahead and put an echo. It's one of my personal favorites, a delay. And what's to say I don't hear anything? Let's turn it up to the max. Wow. Hear that? So as we have that playing, there's so many things that you can do. We can go to the left hand side and add a new track. And what's to say maybe I want to add a synthesizer. Now, I have no idea how this is gonna sound, but I'm just gonna play as my heart desires, right? Woo, that was not the right key, but as you see, what we can do is, what's to say maybe I do like that sound, right? I like there's one chord, or I would say little button I pressed that made it sound pretty nice and appealing. Maybe it was this one, right? And what I did was when we had the instrument, this right here is just the front face of the instrument. We can go over here and press piano roll. The piano roll brings up this big, big picture and something that we can draw in. So let's go down here to our pencil, and if we press the pencil, we can draw in, right? But what's to say I don't want those notes? What I did was I click on them and I was able to press the word delete or backspace, right? So I didn't want those notes, but I do want to see if I can make something. What I did was now is I'm stretching out this loop part. We're gonna add it into our new sounds. All these right here are different sounds. So we have this one right here, that one, and then we have this one, our drums, right? And then we're gonna have our piano, our little synthesizer. And I don't really know, I'm not the best pianist. I'm not a pianist at all, really, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna hear whatever my ear can give me, I guess you can say, to the best of my ability. And so we're just gonna let it play out. And that's what something I want you guys to do too, okay? Just, feel free, play around with whatever instruments you like and that you see in here. It's gonna take some time. Maybe you might be able to make something fast. But this is what we have. We're just gonna mess around with it for now, just for one little bit more time, okay? 1 second. Right, so you get the idea of that. Um, and as you let it play through, you can make it repeat. So let me just, sorry, it's going to be very random, but here, hold on. You know, so that's that. That's, we're going to go ahead and, what I did was now is I clicked on a little thing and I'm going to hold down my left click and I'm gonna drag and highlight these to the left hand side and then delete that. Um, and maybe I don't like this instrument. So what I can do is now I'm just gonna go ahead and then just delete this. How about that? How about we look for one more instrument? And how about keys? And change it up a little bit. Maybe, maybe we could do something like that. And good thing about this is as it is in here, we so sorry. I am trying to find the core button, which is down here on the left hand side. It will tap you in, and as it counts you in, you can just let it play out, and whenever you're ready to play, you know, and then whenever you press the space bar, it will go ahead and get the how was it the notes that you press in there. When the notes I was pressing are on my keyboards. As you see, when we click on here, you have the Z, which is Z, X, C, V, P, N, M, like that, right? So that's pretty cool. We can use our keyboard down here. So as I was able to tap that in from this record button down here, right next to the numbers, we can uh, go to the right, the button right next to it that is go to start and refresh it from the beginning, and we're gonna press play, and that's in there now, right? So that's a little bit a part of our song. What's to say maybe I didn't like this instrument up here that's playing mainly, and I like my piano. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna double click on this because this is our drums. We're gonna double click on this one, and we're gonna highlight the how I say the pointer, and we're gonna scroll down a little bit, and we're gonna highlight all this, and we're gonna bring it all the way back. Bring it back, bring it back. So we brought it back, right? So as we bring it back here, we're gonna click on our pencil, and we're gonna see if we can highlight these notes that we did and extend them. Oh wow. Okay, let's go ahead and see what this sounds like. Okay. So we have a little bit something else now. Maybe it's a little solo. Maybe it's something else that we have. And then not only that, I can also draw inside of it, right? And I don't know how this is gonna sound. I'm sorry for the people that have musician ears. Um, this is just on the fly, and I'm just saying like this is something that kids might not be able to do, or just something they would like to get into. So let's just see. Let's go back here. Jesus Christ, that was exactly what I was expecting it to be. But like I was saying, we're just here to let it be experimental and fun. So there's nothing left to do but indulge yourself into this program, right? There's comments and different things that we can add on to. Highly recommend taking your time and be able to get a little bit more into this. All right. I hope that you were able to make everything that you wanted to happen with that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go to export. All right. So we're going to take it to export and we're going to go ahead and click MP3. When we click MP3, it's going to go ahead and download for you. And when it downloads, it's going to pop up and it's going to ask you what kind of name and file that you wanted to do. Well, I already went ahead and did that, so I'm not going to go ahead and save another file. But we're going to go ahead and skip ahead and go to another website. This is gonna be something brand new. This right here is called sono.com. What I did was I took the song, the beat that we made from the previous website, and I went ahead and I plugged it into upload right here, and I was able to plug our song in. So this is what the song is. Okay. So it's a final song, right? And I was able to type in my own lyrics. What I went ahead and I said is, my love is better when it gets this way, especially playing in different places. I'm sorry, spaces. That's the reason why I guess I'm not a singer or writer, right? I mean, hold on, give me some time. I understand you cannot wait. Try and love me when you can't. I'm better than you can ever say. So I was like, all right, I was just typing it out, seeing what it sounds like, what it feels like. And now I went down and I said what kind of style I want. Well, I want it to be jumpy and vibing. And I also like hip hop. I like hip hop and R&B a lot, so I put hip hop, right? And we went down here and we pressed generate. Well, we got quite a bit of songs. And one of the ones that really popped out to me was this one right here. Tell me what you guys think. Now, AI, that is that's quite amazing. I wanted to show you guys something like that. Now, if you follow those steps, you should, how I say, should be able to have your final song could and potentially lead just like that, just how it was right there. Just a short 20 to 30-second songs include three loops. What we did was the drums and pianos, and we found a how do I say a loop. And now we went to a AI beat generator. The AI beat generator we used was Sono.com. That was a little something that was hidden. Um, and we were able to create a beginning, middle, and end from Sono. And your music creation challenge. I wanted you to challenge to create a 20 to 30-second song. Use three loops, maybe even one loop, and one AI feature, such as the one that we presented. Work with a partner or individually, and make it fun and expressive. Reflections. How did AI help make music? What was easy or challenging for you guys? And what would you change next time? One of the grading rubrics that we were going to go over is, did you use AI meaningfully, as well as objectives? Did you did your song meet the lesson goals? Did you try your best, which is more important? Reflection, did you explain your choices? And is your work neat and complete? My name is Joshua Hayden Scott, and I hope that I was able to be an amazing teacher for you guys.